Hello, wealthy family. Thank you for coming and sharing some time with me today. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you, all new subscribers. Our community, our family is growing. I absolutely love it. So, today I want to talk about what I've coined or what I've dubbed the microwave mentality. Now, I know that the only constant thing in this universe is change. That's the only constant. Things are always changing, always evolving, always growing. Okay? As we should, as they should. However, just because something is growing, just because something has changed, that doesn't mean that it's better. Okay? Now, the reason why I coin a mentality, a trait that I'm seeing, the microwave mentality, is because of what the microwave did to a lot of traditional ways of doing things, okay? Of your food, rather, the traditional way of handling your food. So, I remember when I was younger, if you didn't eat when the food was hot, you just didn't eat it when it was hot. Or maybe your mom or my mom would turn back on the stove and warm it up, but most likely she wasn't doing that because she wasn't running up her electricity bill. So you got to eat it while it's hot, okay? And I remember when microwaves came out, or when they started getting more popular, I should say, and we finally got a microwave in the house, and we would use it for popcorn. And I was like, wait a minute, we don't have to get the pop and put the full top over it and have it pop up on the stove. I can actually just put this in this microwave and get it like that. Hell yeah, right? But I was always told, do not stand in front of it, do not put any meat inside of it, and if you were warming something up, make sure you added a little water to it and you covered it. Okay, so I remember that, and I was like, all right, cool. But we couldn't use it all the time. We couldn't just be using the microwave for free. Like, no. It had to be warranted, mostly, like I said, for popcorn or something like that. Because the microwave was I didn't get it at the time, but it's giving you micro doses of radiation to make your food hot. It's changing the molecules of your food, literally, to make it hot, or to make it warm up, or to speed up the process of getting it hot, right? Of introducing hot rays into your food to make it go. Okay? That's what the microwave does. Now, you weren't supposed to stand in front of it because people with pacemakers back in the day, or other medical ailments, it would interfere with that. And it just kind of trickled on to everybody else. If it's messing them people up, it's going to mess you up too, right? So I was like, all right, fine. And it took me a while for me to say, wait a minute. The food tastes kind of different when I would be on the go. I'd have to, I'm rushing to get to work. As I grow up as an adult and I start having children of my own, I'm rushing to go to work, rushing to get them to school. I pop something in the microwave, I take it out. And it took a while for me to say, wait a minute, this food tastes different. And then when I was still eating fast food, I was able to say, wait a minute, this burger doesn't taste fresh. It tastes like they had it under the light. So I used to learn how to order the food in a certain way and tell them, make it now. I want to taste the freshness now. You understand what I'm saying? There's a difference in the taste. But because the microwave has become such a great home invention, and it speeds up cooking times, and it makes your life so much easier, and you can just go now, boom, 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 boom. Now people forgot about the side effects, right? It's still harmful to stand in front of a microwave. They just don't talk about it as much. They put that little screen in front of it to say, oh yeah, it's blocking the stuff now. But people are still getting messed up by standing in front of a microwave and eating only microwave foods, okay? Because if your food is being chemically altered and you're eating it, now, if you keep something in the microwave for too long, it scorches, it dehydrates, it shrivels up. It's losing all its nutrients. When someone says, oh, nuke it a couple seconds, right? They're not just saying it facetiously. When you nuke it, you're actually putting nuclear power into it. What does nuke mean? You're zapping it, right? If you put a donut or if you put bread in the microwave for too long, what's it do? It takes all the moisture out, it takes all the nutrients out, and it makes it hard and crusty and stale. But if you keep it in there just the right amount of seconds, it's okay. It can be soft again, right? We can soften it up, but you got to eat it quickly. What does that tell you? But because people are on a go, 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 like how I used to be on a go, 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 now it doesn't matter. You're not thinking about those things. I just need this right now. You're not thinking long term. You're only thinking about the right now. That microwave syndrome. I need this right now. I don't have time to wait because I have to go do something else that you probably don't even freaking want to do. I didn't really want to go to work. I didn't really want to send my children to school. I'd have been so happy taking my children to the beach every day and not sending them to school and me not going to work. I would love that. But you're in a rush to go do what it is that you want to do now, thanks to everything that's going on and the amazing lifestyle I've created for myself. I had that option to take my children to the beach every day and not have to worry about sending them to school on a rigorous schedule. I love that. And my children love that. And my husband loves it. And we're happy. And we're good. And we're still flourishing. Because we were able to unplug from that microwave mentality. As a matter of fact, it's been about 8 years since we've even had a microwave in our home. When we redid our house, the contractors were looking at us like we were aliens when they're like, yeah, we can put the over your stove. We can build a microwave in. And I was like, no, we don't want a microwave. And they're like, what? I was like, no, don't build a microwave. Just give me an overhead fan. Make sure it's industrial because I cook a lot. And they're like, no. What do you mean? We can put the fan under the microwave. And I'm like, no. They're like, oh, okay, we can put the fan on top of the microwave and then we can vent the microwave. No. No, you're not hearing me. I do not want a microwave. Do not even give me the space. Because we want to start training. We have to live in that training, that lifestyle, that mentality. And then the contractors were like, you know what? You're right. The microwave isn't even that great, actually. I'm like, yeah, duh. Someone comes to my house and they eat the food and it's fresh. I have warmers. I keep them warm. And we good to go. It's fresh. It's new. It still has the nutrients in it. So if the microwave does that to your food, just imagine what adopting that mentality is doing for your life. Wanting everything right now quickly is detrimental to your life. Things take time to develop. Everything is a process. Right now, people are being pushed into a scenario of things will not be able to get back to normal. We are not going to give you all the permission. We, the people, right, are not allowed to do what it is that we want to do as free sovereign citizens. We are unable to go out and enjoy the luxuries of life until the people that assumed power, because I didn't put them in position, I didn't give them authority to have control over what I do, until the people in position come and give us a solution to something that they haven't even proved to me is a problem. This coronavirus is something that is altered. It has micro doses of things that's making it be altered. Because there are many coronaviruses. That's why when everything first started, people were like, look at the back of the Lysol can. It says coronavirus on here. That's right. Because the coronavirus is just a strain of many viruses and colds, like the common cold, which, by the way, has been around for many years, decades, centuries, eons, if you want. And they still don't have a cure for that. But apparently, they're going to have a vaccine for this strain, a vaccine for a virus that doesn't really relate to vaccines. I'm just saying, you can't vaccinate against a virus. That's something that the medical professionals have stated already on their website. Check it out. But anyway, they don't have a cure for the common cold that's been around for how long? Because you know why? Every common cold is different. It's funny that the thing that's common is different. If I have a cold and my husband catches it, he's not going to have the same symptoms or the same, if you look at it genetically, it will not be the same. And if he gets it to our older son, our eldest son will not have the same variation of that disease. It will not have the same traits. Everything is different. because that's how these things operate. But they're tricky with the wording. So they no longer say coronavirus because y'all getting hip to it, and they gave it a whole fancy code name. I like to say C-19. I don't even give it power at my house. So for whatever it is that they're doing, now they're saying that we're steamrolling, we're in phase 3, some of these companies. Phase 3 of trials. I also remember when it used to take years for these people to come up with trials and go through animal testing and things of that nature. And now in a matter of months, you're in stage 3. It hasn't even been a year. But people are just like, oh, thank you, modern advances of medicine, to hurry up and get us this vaccination that we so need in order for us to go out and live. And they're criticizing people who are out there saying, hey, we're still living, we're okay with no vaccination. But because of the microwave mentality, they're accepting the rush through botch job that they're doing for this medication. They're accepting the fact that this should come quickly, but still long enough to make it seem not suspicious. And they're accepting the fact that although every day they're beating us down with reporting, well, not us, not me, because I'm not included in that. I don't tune into that. But every day they're beating down the population, the mainstream, who still tune into that. They're beating them down with these fear-mongering stories and playing on your microwave mentality of this is what is happening now. They are using your greatest power against you, because the power of now, the power of being present, the power of acceptance is the greatest thing ever. But they are using it against you for their good, for their benefit, with no regards to you. So it's time to get out the microwave mentality. It's time to say, you know what, it's okay, we can take time and process. I don't need you to genetically modify my foods to make it grow faster. I don't need you to genetically modify my foods so that the bugs, so nature won't eat it. If I'm in my garden and I don't see animals or insects or bugs on my plants, there's an issue. If I don't start to see them breaking down or decomposing in a certain amount of time, it's an issue. Because the natural orderness of things causes it to move that way. There's a natural cycle of things. Start rejecting the things that do not serve you and start getting back to a way of life that's a little more traditional and natural. Reject the right now mentality of I need this right now. Reject the microwave mentality. Reject the vending machines mentality. Reject the fast food mentality. The only place that I still go to and eat from that has a drive-through, it has a drive-through where you go around, you order, and then you sit in your car and then you wait. You still gotta wait some time for them to cook the food because it's fresh. Not let me order my food out one window, pay at the next window, and then my food's ready here. How long did it take you to do that? When you go home and you cook a burger, for those of us who still eat meat, when you go home and you cook a burger, or even if you're making a mushroom burger, how long does it take you to make it? Get out of the microwave mentality and start adapting the traditional mentality, or start going back into yourself and thinking for yourself, and start calling into question certain things, and start going back into the traditional ways of how things used to be. It tastes better. It feels better. It's time to get out that right now mentality. Put down the phone. Put down the Google. There was a time where you had to work to get that good feeling about yourself. You had to actually go out and do something. Now you can take a picture, alter it, filter it, put it on your site, and within 5 minutes have 10 likes and be like, oh my God, I feel so good. 10 people like me. Yay. Validate yourself. Enjoy the process. It's not about the destination, it's about the journey. Stop thinking. Stop thinking that everything has to be perfect right now. Stop thinking that everything must happen right now. Because that's not the natural process of doing things. And I'm not saying don't evolve, don't grow, don't change. But go about it the right way. Because just like the microwave, if you keep getting quick zaps, after a while, it's going to take away all the nutrients, all the goodness out of everything. Out of that whole entire feeling. So that is all I have for you today, wealthy family. I'm looking at my puppy because he's right here by my fire on the ground and his tail was like that. But he's okay. He's okay. But wealthy family, that is all that I have to share with you all today. You know, take charge of you. Take charge of your happiness. Start focusing on the greatest version that you can be and understand it's a process. And don't become weary and give up when it doesn't happen overnight, in a week, in 2 weeks, in a month. Give it time. Let it grow. One last thing and then I'm going to let you go. I have a journal that I've been writing in for, it's now 289 days. I'm on day 289. And I flipped to the back of it, like, and I opened it and fell open. It said, a year ago today, if you would have, oh shoot, what was it? You would have wished you started a year ago today. Right? As time goes, you'll be like, shit, I should have started this way back then. I wish I started this way back then. Get started today and let the process build. Let that momentum build. And don't give up on yourself. It's a lot to do something for 288 days straight. I'm doing it for a year. So come on. Teach yourself new things. Give yourself permission to go through the process and see the beautiful evolution that you go through. And let go of the microwave mentality. And stop letting people tell you that things have to happen by a certain timeline. It doesn't. Everything in divine timing. So I love you all. Until we connect again, wealthy family, stay alert, stay aware, and live in love.